everyone. Today we're talking about becoming dynamic, finding your number for retirement planning. I'm Isaiah Goodman, Chief Financial Advocate at Becoming Financial. I don't know if you remember, a few years back, a big company used to have this commercial about finding your number. What the heck was your number for retirement? And I think that's a good start. When you're thinking about retirement, how much do I need to have saved up? That's essentially what your number is. If I have this big pot of gold or big pile of money, how much is that going to need to be for me to live off of some of the interest or, spend it down over time? So with it being around St. Patrick's Day, we thought we'd talk about how do you get that big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Well, one of the things I have here today is a financial calculator. What it helps us do is figure out, based on how much you might be making or want to live on, what is that number going to look like in the future? How much do we need to put away today? So one of the things we want to talk about first is how much do you live on today? I don't know, maybe it's $50,000. Typically, financial advisors say you can live on around 3, 4, 5% of whatever your portfolio is in the future. So imagine you have $50,000 in what you live on today. You divide that by 0.04. That number is $1.25 million. So that's a quick, easy way to find a ballpark number. Now, obviously, working with a financial advisor or financial planner, there's going to be a lot more that goes into it. But just for you today, a quick way to say, if I have about $1.25 million, I should be able to live a pretty similar lifestyle as I do today. But big thing, how do I get to the 1.25 million? So that's what else I wanted to show you. So now we know our future value is 1.25 million. So I put that in the calculator as my future value. That's what I got to get to, right? Then the next big thing is, how many years do I have? So imagine that you're 25 years old, you want to retire at 65. So then I would input 40 and I'd hit the number in, or the letter in. So put 40 in, put the letter in, and that tells us we have 40 years. Next thing, what's the return rate? Long-term stock market in the U.S. has done about 10%. Now, plus or minus a little bit depending on which years you look at. But the big thing they don't include is inflation. So a safe number to estimate might be about 6, 7, 8%. I'd say for today, let's talk about 7%. So I'll do 7. I'll put that in as my interest rate. So now I've done that. I've got my number of years, I got my interest rate, I've got my future value. I need to get to 1.25 million. Now the next thing that we need is how much do I have saved now? So if you're 25, maybe you don't have anything saved right now. I get it. I totally understand. Maybe you have 5,000, you would put 5,000 present value. For today, we're just going to put 0. That's going to be PV, our present value. Then the last thing is, what is our payment going to be? So I hit payment. It ends up being a negative number. Now, what that means is that it's how much you need to put out, right? So kind of an outflow of cash. So in this example, 40 years, assuming a 7% interest rate to get to 1.25 million, we need to save $5,851.80 per year. So divide that by 12. That gets me to about $487 per year. So obviously with some of the other things we talk about, where you save money, is it through your retirement account at work, on your own? That's what a good financial advisor will help you figure out. How do I get to this $487 per month, give or take, right? But that's a great start. And then from there, you can start to make adjustments. So if you say, hey, maybe I want to retire at 60, you adjust the number of years that you have. Maybe you want to retire at 70. Now, obviously, this number that you need to save is going to go down a little bit. Some people say, I want to live on more, right? What if I have 2 million? What do I need to get to? But this is a really good place to find your quote-unquote number to get you kind of motivated and get moving towards what you need to get to for your long-term goal. So good luck getting to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.